Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me and another chapter read of Chop Wood, Carry Water. So, before I begin today, starting the fourth chapter, which is One Eye for the Journey, I just want to give you some insight into what made me really, share this book and the principle shared in this book is because how the story till now has unfolded between us, between Jordan and his brother and his family being in an accident and them fantasizing about being a samurai. And now the opportunity comes that, Jordan get to fly to Japan, and then he joins a samurai, and then this teacher Akira, and the conversation building upon them, and how his passion to be a samurai makes him to just want to shoot arrows, but his sensei Akira always tells him, chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water. So, and he's in between having conversations with his disciple, and also, just in the form of stories, in the form of experiences, he's sharing some knowledge. And the beautiful exchange that happens along with them in the next 22 chapters 28 chapters made me really, have a lot of reverence and respect for how we can carry these lessons in our own journeys. So that's when, my channel came in handy because that's when I thought that, why not go ahead and share this with all of you who might be in different phases of their own journey, if you could pick out some lessons for yourself. So today we read chapter 4, One Eye for the Journey. After the excitement of the first few months had started to wear off, John began to get frustrated. The monotony of chopping wood and carrying water every morning and every evening had begun to wear on him. He was only allowed to practice archery for 4 hours during the heat of the day. What frustrated him the most was that he was only allowed to shoot at a straw roll that was only 7 feet away from him. He and the other apprentices were also required to attend weekly workshops where they learned life skills and lessons with stories. One day, he approached Akira and asked, Akira sensei, how long will it take me to become a samurai archer? I have dreamt my whole life of being one, but it feels like it will take me forever. Akira stopped at what he was doing and said, in the, hang on, let me just, okay, disappear. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Akira stopped what he was doing and said, in the West, you want everything instantly, but here you must learn to fall in love with the process of becoming great. Now, go chop wood and carry water. John was confused, but he went back to his normal daily activities. The months passed, and before he knew it, an entire year had gone by. During the first year, acclimation period, apprentices are not allowed to speak with their family and friends. When John was finally able to have a Skype video call with his family, he was disappointed to share with them that he hadn't moved past shooting a target only 7 feet away from him, and that the rest of his time each day was spent in chopping wood and carrying water. As John talked about his daily routine, his father got a big smile on his face. He asked John who his favorite basketball team players were growing up. John replied, That's easy, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. His dad then told him how Phil Jackson had just released a book, 11 Rings, and how he was constantly telling the guys on his teams about the necessity of chop wood and carry water. No matter whether you were winning or losing, the point was to focus on the process and neither get too high or too low, but instead control the controllables. After the call, John's spirits were much better. It was especially hard being away from Jordan, and just seeing him was encouraging to John. A few months went by, and as John practiced, his muscles began to learn the familiar motions of drawing and releasing, and his shots grew more accurate. He began to feel very confident with his bow and hitting the 7 foot target. One day, while he was practicing, Akira walked over and John asked again, Akira sensei, I am getting better and better each week. How long will it take me now to become a samurai archer? Akira smiled and told him it would take 10 years. John was furious. 10 years? Maybe if I didn't have to spend so much time chopping wood and carrying water, then I would be able to reach my goal much faster. Akira replied, If you don't chop wood and carry water, then it will take you 20 years to become a samurai archer. Then he turned and walked away. John was even more confused. and he questioned whether or not he should quit. Would it really take him 10 years? He wasn't sure if this investment was worth it, but decided he would try even harder. More time passed, and John's shot became more accurate, more powerful. He came to love the sound of the arrow slamming into the target. Thwack! Thwack! Soon, he was certain that he could become a samurai archer in less than 10 years. So one day, as they were carrying water back from the well, he pulled Akira aside and asked, Akira sensei, I am more accurate now, and my shots are more powerful than ever. How long will it take me to become a samurai archer? Akira smiled. You know the answer. It is still 10 years. John kept pressing. But what if I devote every waking moment to become a samurai archer? No chopping wood or carrying water, just archery. But Akira only shrugged. Then it will take 30 years. John had reached his emotional breaking point. He blurted out, But I don't understand. Akira looked at John with compassion. You will learn, young John. The reason it takes longer is because with one eye on the goal, you only have one eye for the journey. He then went on to tell John stories of people who climb ice mountains and how, if they are focused on top of the mountain, they will not know where to step in front of them. They will slip and die. The key to ice climbing is focus on one solid step at one time. No man climbs a mountain all at once. He climbs it by making one solid step at a time. John nodded, and he understood now. He would try to focus on doing his best at archery, chopping wood, carrying water, and letting go of the results. Thank you for joining in, guys. We're going to read chapter 5 in the next recording. I hope you enjoy.